Shadow! I really gotta stop whining. Everyone's trying their best to help out, and so must I! Shadow, we need you! Please help us!
It's all going according to plan. There's no reason for me to help them. Besides, there's no way to save anyone.
There has to be! I know that people fight over the most trivial things. Some people may be selfish, like the professor said. But they're basically good if they try their best and never give up on their wishes. They always have a reason to be happy. That's why you should help them out. Saving them is a good thing. Shadow, I beg you, please do it for them. Give them a chance.
I beg of you, please, do it for me.
Maria!
For all people who live on that planet, give them a chance to be happy. Let them live for their dreams. Shadow, I know you can do it. That's the reason why you were brought into this world. Shadow, the Hedgehog.
I promised her. And I must keep that promise. That's what I really wished for. I've gotta go now. I have to keep my promise to Maria.
In this video, I wanted to talk about one of the greatest redemption stories in all of video game history. And that redemption story is that of Shadow the Hedgehog. One of the coolest video game characters of all time. I believe Shadow has one of the most Christian redemption stories of all time in video games. And last time I tried to do a video on a redemption story, it failed because I had no clue what I was talking about. Actually, scratch that. It's not because I didn't know what I was talking about. It was because I really didn't use the right game, nor the right character to represent the concept of redemption. And I only realized that after making the video, so I'm sorry. So for those of you who are watching, you probably already know Shadow's story in Sonic Adventure 2, but just in case you've been living under a rock or you just aren't a huge fan of Sonic, allow me to summarize. So Shadow's story starts with the death of his friend Maria and his subsequent imprisonment on Prison Island, where Eggman finds him. Due to Eggman's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik, meddling in Shadow's memories, Shadow has a very warped perception of what Maria's wish was. And so, throughout the majority of the game, he thinks that Maria wanted revenge, when in reality, she just wanted Shadow to help people. Eventually, by the end of the game, he is convinced to save the planet by Amy and is redeemed. But, dies, in quotation marks, after using up all of his power. However, that's not the end of the story. In Sonic Heroes, he is back and doesn't remember anything from Sonic Adventure 2. And so, throughout the entire game, he's trying to figure out where his memories could possibly be, if he could remember them at all. And by the end of the game, they discover these Shadow androids, and he thinks, oh shoot, I might actually be one of these androids. Which gets further explored in Shadow the Hedgehog, but is not really, because none of the alternate pathways are canon anyway. But in the final boss fight, Eggman does reveal that Shadow is, yes, indeed, the real Shadow. And he gets back his real memories, but decides to leave the past in the past, of course. Throughout the entire game, he's constantly tempted by Black Doom to destroy humanity, like he almost did in Sonic Adventure 2. But at the end of the game, he defeats Black Doom. And in Sonic 06, he is actually working with Gun and encounters Mephiles, who once again tries to get him to destroy humanity by convincing him that humanity will turn against him. But he basically had enough of that in the previous game, so he basically says, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. So I kind of relate to Shadow's story, because even after we're saved, we do have to face a lot of temptations, a lot of things that are trying to get us back into that old mentality, that old thought process that led us down the path of sin to begin with. And it's a lot, but we have to resist it. But we have to keep resisting, otherwise we'll fall back into sin, and we'll go right back into the old habits, the old thought processes, everything that caused us to sin in the first place. And it's definitely hard, because it's never easy to just change. Like, people do not change overnight. Like, it's a process. And that process requires patience. It requires patience to see someone fully change. You can't expect somebody to change overnight. Like, it's never that easy. And to be quite honest, we're always going to be changing, trying to be a better person than we were yesterday. We're always going to be doing that until the day we go to heaven. The day we go to heaven is the day we stop changing and stop growing. But until then, we're always going to be growing. And of course, as always, we can't change on our own. It's just literally impossible. That's why we need Jesus. That's why he died on the cross for us. Just pay off the debt of sin that we couldn't possibly pay ourselves. Our job is to spread the good news about Jesus until the day he comes back. Because he will come back one day. We don't know when, we don't know at what time, but he will come back one day. It could be tomorrow, it could be next week, it could be next year, it could be the year after that. We do not know. We will not know until one day we wake up in heaven and we see a bunch of our fellow Christians there. That is the day we will know. But until then, we won't. So we'll keep waiting, spreading his word, and convincing people to turn to Christ.